But the documentary I watched was talking about how Bob Hope was Tiger Woods' handler. He was the one that got him into playing. Golf. He never really wanted to play golf. He was mind controlled. He was hypnotized at a very young age to be good at playing golf. And so a lot of these mind control victims, these victims that are athletes, they have somebody that controls them and makes sure that they stay focused, that they do what they tell them to do. If they don't, then they have to suffer the consequences. They end up going through some huge scandal or something, embarrassing and discrediting their name. So I saw that documentary and I was like, wow. And Tiger Woods wasn't the only person that Bob Hope was the handler of. So, but he's no longer alive. He's been gone for a while, but I guess somebody else just takes over. One handler goes and then another one takes over. So it's a really sad thing. This actually does happen. And if you look at some of these athletes and see the look in their eyes, they look they look drained or they look vacant, There was this one guy, I can't remember his name, I have to look this up again. But he was a football player, and he talked about how he was mind control. He had like several personalities, he had multiple personalities. And in certain programs of mind control, they can do that, where they can split you into several different personalities. If they want you to be a spy, they want you to be a famous, football star, they want you to be a pop star and be very famous in that way. They can program your mind into that way, thinking that way, that's what you are. And you start to believe it so much that you start to perform well for that, whatever it is they want you to be, pop star, football player, whatever. This guy, I can't remember his name, I wish I did. I want to say Herschel Walker, but I might be wrong about the name. But he said even his wife knew that he was a different person each time, that she interacted with him. And it's really sad, because not a lot of people realize that a lot of these athletes are under mind control. They're being controlled in order to make money, not for them, but for the elite. And I wish people would see this especially those Super Bowls. You see how elaborate they get with that shit, with how they're just mocking the ancient gods and goddesses and trying to recreate some sort of ritual or something within the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is like a huge ritual, is what it is. If you ask me. I've seen many people get so mad when their team doesn't win. I see so many people get mad when their sports team does not win. So mad that they'll throw a beer bottle at the TV or at the wall or punch a wall or some bullshit like that. You're getting mad over something you're watching on this box that somebody did that's being mind controlled. And I'm convinced that they're being mind controlled, because when I used to watch sports, because I used to watch football and I used to watch basketball way back when. And a lot of the teams that were really good would not win. They just get so close and then not win. And it made no sense. And a lot of it's just like very political. It's just like politics. If they want this guy to win, he'll win. If they don't want him to win, he won't win. It's kind of like that, And I felt like the Sacramento Kings, that basketball team, was a freak of nature, because they were winning despite the efforts they were trying to bring forth to keep them from losing. But they won so many games, and then it's almost like they got pissed off that they were winning so many games. And so then they just started losing games, stupid foul calls that made no sense. So really, if you watch sports, really pay attention to these sports. It is very, very visually visually hypnotic. They try to get into your mind, try to get into you subliminally. And I've talked about my opinions about alcohol and how it alters your mind. It can alter your mind to a point where you're more receptive to things you would never be if you weren't drinking alcohol. And sports especially. You see how the cheerleaders are in there. They're just really sexually expressive. And kids are watching sports too. So